All right. Hello, everybody. I think we're on. This new Facebook Live is like not quite right. Can never quite tell when we've started. Okay. Oh no, Rosie's behind the computer. Rosie, don't mess with the. Oh, did you guys see? You can see her whiskers in the screen. She's just behind the computer screen. Rosie, do you mind? You're in the way. She's so funny. Okay, let me just get her. Oh, this is Rosie. By the way, we're getting another kitten. You're gonna have a little brother. Welcome to day 4 of Quantum Leap Week. I am pumped. So I actually who is calling me right now? Don't they know it's Quantum Leap Week? How dare they? I hope that's not a coaching client that I messed up the time. No, it's not. I went off the schedule. So when I planned out Quantum Leap Week, I wrote out like a tentative day-to-day schedule, but I decided to go off that today. So today we're going to talk about quantum leaping and dream body because there's a lot of people focusing on dream body. So I wanted to touch in on that. Hi, Elisa. Hi, Andrea. And we're going to talk about surrender and acceptance, and then as well as the biology of belief. So it's going to be a good one today. So really quick, in case you didn't know, I sent out like an announcement, and it might have been emailed to you, but I'm not sure if the emails are like going through to everybody. So if you're loving the membership and you want more, I'm doing a deal for everybody that's in Quantum Leap Week. So if you sign up for the year TBM membership, which is $300 USD, you'll also receive Manifest Mondays, which is my most popular 4-week course, for free included. So that's sold in the store for $333 US. So it's a very good deal because you're getting an entire year of the membership, and then also Manifest Mondays. Plus, if you do the year up front versus doing month to month, you'll also get 2 free months as it all shakes out. So I'm super pumped on that deal, and that I can offer it to you guys. And I put the link in the Facebook group, as well as I sent an email out. But if you can't find it, then just shoot me a message and I will send it to you. Hi, Patricia. There's something else I wanted to say about that. Oh yeah, it expires on Sunday at the end of Quantum Leap Week, and it's only for people that are in Quantum Leap Week. And then also, if you are someone who is in Quantum Leap Week who's already in the membership, previously purchased it for a year, and you're in Quantum Leap Week, just send me an email and I'll give you Manifest Mondays for free as a thank you. So, and Manifest Mondays is like my best course, I think. That and Dream Body. Elisa said it has been so fun to act as me 2.0 and prepare everything for my 10K month. I love it. Yeah, so secondly, I just like exactly what Elisa, I love hearing all your Quantum Leap actions and how it's going for you, and like seeing the like steps that you've taken already, and like you're having the hard talks, you're doing the things that are scary, you're getting out of your comfort zone, and that is so incredible. Like literally give yourself the biggest pat on the back because it's not easy. And I hope that you see when you continue to just take these actions as a 2.0 version of you, and really notice that as you start elevating, you're going to start elevating more quickly, and it does get easier. Me and Lauren were talking about this last night, how it just becomes more of like a game because you really do trust the process. But the first time you do it, it can be like, oh my God, what am I doing? But the more you see that it always works out, the more you feel inclined to take risks. So that is going to just keep getting easier and better. It's never going to be easy, but it will be easier, if that makes sense. So the first thing I wanted to touch on today was about quantum leaping and dream body, because a lot of you guys are focusing on dream body and wondering what action steps to take. And a few of you went out and wore tighter clothes, and I love that. This is amazing because it's going to be so helpful and really like just owning your body and realizing that no one cares what you're wearing. There's no judgments happening. The only judgment is coming from you. So that can be super empowering. Another great thing to do if you're focusing in on dream body is really take a look at your social media and follow a whole bunch of body positive influencers. So I love following, her name's Glitter and Lasers or Body Posy Panda. I have a list of them that I can post in the Facebook group if you want. Or I can post it in the Kajabi post. And that can just really help you be like, oh, you see these girls just rocking it and loving their lives. And that was super inspiring for me when I was kind of going through my dream body journey. So the caveat of going out and wearing tighter clothes, I also want you guys to have an outfit or like 1 or 2 items of clothing that you feel incredible in now. So a big mistake that I see a lot of women in my dream body course make is waiting until they like lose the weight to buy new clothes, or like they're waiting to like fit back into their old clothes, or they're like they're wearing like a comfortable too tight clothes all day long. And when we're looking at this from a manifesting perspective, you are basically bringing attention to everything that you don't want. So if you're putting on clothes in the morning and you're like, oh, I feel fat, like this doesn't look good on me, it's so uncomfortable. In fact, I was wearing jeans right before this that were too tight, and I was like, nope, can't be wearing those during a live stream. They're like jeans that are meant for standing, not really for sitting. I don't know if you guys have any jeans like that. But if you're under the narrative all day long of I need to lose weight, I feel fat, this is not going to help you get to your dream body. So I want the narrative to be as close to possible as like, man, I feel so cute. Like this top really just like brings out my eyes, or whatever else. I feel so pretty. And I want that to be your experience now before you are in your dream body. So the action step that I would recommend is definitely go out and get yourself that makes you feel amazing now, today, in the body that you have. And I know that can be annoying if you're like, well, I'm going to lose weight and then I have to throw that out. But think of how much money you've spent in the past on like diet programs or different like plans, fitness, that sort of thing. Literally, if you can put your money towards things that make you feel good now, and make you feel like a badass, you're going to see the weight melt away. It's kind of crazy. And I know it's so backwards than what we usually think, because especially in terms of dream body, we think like, well, if I just accept myself, then nothing's going to change. Like, how can I lose weight if I just love where I'm at? And the ironic part is like, the sooner you can find full acceptance for your body and love for your body now, the faster you're going to see the change. And I know it feels backwards, but trust me, I've been teaching this for a while and I know my stuff about dream body. And I remember when I was 35 pounds heavier, Trevor, can you help the cat out? I finally just said like, okay, fuck it. I was so tired of trying to fit into clothes that didn't quite fit and then feel like bigger all day. So I remember going shopping and buying some clothes that fit my new body. And like, it totally shifted how I was showing up. So I was getting dressed in the morning and feeling super cute and confident. And funnily enough, those clothes didn't fit me for that long. And then the ones I was trying to squeeze into for so long were then falling off me too. So, and I've had this experience with so many clients that have followed this advice, and it is magic. So go make an action step, go shopping, buy yourself something that you feel amazing in now. Sounds good? And we talked about this on Wine and Wisdom last night. If you don't know what Wine and Wisdom is, my friend Lauren and I have a business called Mind Magic, and every Wednesday we go live and do Wine and Wisdom, which, exciting news, side note, we're starting a YouTube channel, and it's going to be Wine and Wisdom on YouTube. So that's starting soon. In the next 2 weeks. But we started talking about how rock bottom is actually a really great place to be. And this kind of relates to the whole like acceptance, surrender, that sort of thing. So when we keep forcing throughout the only path that we can see, and failing and getting more frustrated, and then we finally hit that spot where you're just like, I give up, like something like, I don't know what else to do. That is a great place to be. And this is kind of a powerful journaling prompt, like about this topic. It's just like, if you can just get to the place of like, okay, universe, I don't know what to do anymore. Help me see things differently, is something that Amanda Frances says, which I love. And the reason why this is great, and when we finally surrender, is because when we get to that point, the whole time we're only seeing like 2 or 3 options available to us. And when we get to the bottom, it's like all of a sudden there's like a million options that become available to us. So a great analogy for this is like picture a fly stuck in a room, it's trapped, and it's just like banging against the window, and it's struggling, it's forcing, it's literally going to die, sadly, against that window. And from pure struggle, it's never going to make its way through the window. And if it just turned around and saw the open door behind it, like it could fly out effortlessly in 2 seconds. And we do this to ourselves all the time. We are the fly, and we think we know like all the options, but trust me, we don't know. When something doesn't work, we try harder, we hustle, we exhaust ourselves through effort, and we do everything we can think of. But the thing is that we can't see all the options until we surrender. We're not seeing that open door. So for Quantum Leap Week, I've got you to choose your final destination, which if we're going with the fly analogy, it's like create that version, or like know where you're headed outside, freedom, that sort of thing, and create the version of you who is that and step into it, which is forcing you to do things differently, to like really to try some different things, which is really opening up your options. But you may not fully see yet like the open door. You may not see all the options yet. So today, I want you guys to try and practice complete surrender and acceptance. I did this yesterday, and I did a little post about it, and it was very emotional and powerful. And I just sat with my journal, and I meditated, and I closed my eyes, and I just said, you know what? I just give up. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of trying. And this is the same thing that happened with me and my body. I was just like, I cannot even fathom going on another diet or like another crazy workout routine. Like, I give up. I'm done with this. I'm just going to love my body where I'm at. I'm just going to start living my life. And that is when everything changed. So I just kept hearing yesterday in this meditation, like, stop doing. Like, I'm always constantly wondering, like, okay, what can I do next? What is my next step? What can I do? And that is terrifying for me to think about stop doing. But when I fully let go of the doing, I saw this whole new world of possibilities yesterday. And I realized, like, if I was going to start over from like square one, there's a lot of things that I don't want to do anymore, and that I'm continuing to do simply because I have this like fear of lack or scarcity. So in order to do this, I would just like try meditation today and practice really relaxing, releasing all the way back, and let go of searching for the answers. See if today you can just allow and follow your intuition and let things come to you. So that's the thing that I struggle with, is I'm constantly like searching, and the hardest part is in that space of like, you don't know what to do, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna let go, and you're like waiting for the answer to like pop in. You're like, okay, but what about this? What about this? It's like, no, literally let go. Stop searching for the answers. And it's hard. But something that helped me, like a good journaling prompt, is if I had $100,000 in the bank and that replenished every single day, what would I do next? And that brought me a lot of clarity. I'd love to hear what your answers would be for that. So see if you can let go of all the shoulds, all the reasoning, all the logical things, and open yourself up to truly limitless possibilities, and stop banging your head against the window, and see if you can flip around and just do something completely opposite. So that kind of brings me to the next topic, which is the biology of belief. And our beliefs are so incredibly powerful. So in fact, like I talked about yesterday, I talked about just breathing, which was my first tattoo on my side, I got it tattooed on me because it was so impactful. My second tattoo is become what you believe, because that was the second thing that was so impactful to my life. And so more so than what you're thinking is what your beliefs are, is that your beliefs are shaping your future reality. But if that feels like a bit nerve-wracking, you're like, oh my God, but how do I change a belief? A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. So it's definitely just like consistency and continuing to choose a new thought. So whatever you believe to be true, that is what's going to continue to unfold for you. So you want to take a good hard look at your beliefs today. And an example of this that relates to Dream Body is when I kind of went through this process, I wrote down all the beliefs that I had around my body. And it was like, I'll always struggle with food. I'll always feel out of control. I'll always be a binge eater. Weight loss is so hard. I have to work so hard. I have to starve myself to lose weight. I have to work out every single day to lose weight. And of course, that is what continued to show up for me all the time. So when I had that like mind blowing realization of the beliefs that I had, or the story that I was telling is another way of putting it, then I had the power to shift it, which is so exciting. So if we could do a few right now, like what is the story you're telling or your beliefs around your body or money? So like for money, for me, it'd be like, money is really easy to make. I always have enough to have everything I want, but I don't have that like overflow thing. I'm still scared it's going to run out. I still have that like fear, which is guiding me towards doing things that I don't want to do because I have that fear. So what is your internal reaction? And a big thing to notice is not just your thought, but what is the feeling in your body? So when you think about money or your body or your business or whatever, what do you feel? Like, do you feel just like love and joy and excitement? Or do you feel fear, worry, scarcity, lack, like I'm doing it wrong? Like, what is the feeling that you have? So the instant feeling that you have around these topics are such huge keys into working through and figuring out what is blocking you. And you did this when you went through activating your quantum code and work through the bug fixes. And that's always going to be my favorite way to journal and work through them. And it's like, okay, what is the belief, feeling, story? Is this 100% true everywhere in the world? No, it's never true. If you think it's true, send me a note. I'll prove it wrong for you. And then what is a better feeling thought? So then the work comes in after you bring that awareness to the initial belief and those old thoughts. And then you can recognize them more often when they come in throughout the day. I'm always asking myself all day long, what is a better feeling thought? What is a better feeling thought? And that really comes back to everything I talked about yesterday in terms of like checking in with yourself, checking in with the feeling in your body, stopping to take a few breaths and noticing your thoughts. And mindfulness is like we know mindfulness is so life-changing, but I don't think we truly realize how life-changing it is, or we would really be a lot more mindful. And mindfulness is how I like healed from my eating disorder, how I found the love of my life, how I created my dream business, was just really tapping it. Like, what am I thinking? What am I feeling? You need to be able to recognize that in order to change your life. So if you're feeling super disconnected from your feelings and your intuition, it's just going to take a little bit of practice to get better and better at that. So if you want some homework to do today, you could write down kind of your gut reaction, your feeling or belief around the categories of money, career, business, body, health, relationships, love. And remember that the story you are telling is the one you are creating. And this can be really hard to wrap our minds around. We always want to blame it on other people. We always want to be the victim. And I did this for so long. But here's the thing. We always want to be right. But something that was very powerful for me to learn was like, would you rather be right or would you rather be free? And I know that we all want to be free and we have the power to do that, but we have to let go of being right and we have to take full responsibility for everything we're creating in our life. And I remember thinking that with my eating disorder. I was like, it's not my fault I have an eating disorder. Like, what about this, this, and this? But it's always a choice. We always have a choice to choose a different thought and then create a different reality. And of course, being raised in a different scenario, it's not your fault, but once you have the awareness of it, then it's your fault. Then you have the power to change it. That sounds kind of brutal, but I feel like in relationships, and as hard as this is, like with friendships, family, partners, whatever, like it's never them, it's always you. But that's actually an amazing thing because you always have the power to shift it no matter where you're at. So like I mentioned yesterday, people can only show up in your reality how you perceive them to be. So, or how you like believe them to be. It can be pretty wild when you start changing your story about these people and just like in your head, and watch how they start to change in front of your eyes. Like I've done this so many times. Oh, I didn't see all these comments. Ashley said, hi, Tara. Jenny, my old babysitter, being in the membership is awesome. Strongly recommend it. Amazing all you have access to. Elisa said, my boyfriend said he will propose to me when I hit 60K in my business. He has no idea how fast it is coming. And then Alicia said, I love that permission to go shopping now. Yes, you're welcome. Kayla said, so funny as I'm watching, I got my Zara delivery of 2.0. Perfect. Oh, you're doing it right. Catherine said, is it super important to sit up while meditating or can we lay down? Oh, I always lay down. I never sit up when I'm meditating. And I always fall asleep too. And it still works. So I think getting comfortable is the most important thing. Amy said, as long as your spine is straight, which I'm not sure if that is like, let us know, Amy, what you mean by that. But yeah, I always lay down, or I'm even just like lean back. So my spine isn't straight. So I don't know if I'm doing that wrong. Sarah said, I noticed that when I work on my money mindset that I notice more bills coming in that are higher than normal or surprise bill. Okay. That is really interesting. So that means that, okay, so you're working on your money mindset, but what is your like dominant vibration around money? So maybe you're turning more attention towards money because you're working on your money mindset, but you're not actually feeling good about it. And that is going to draw in more bills or surprise bills. And that happened to me the other day when I went to ICBC and had to pay $800. So trust me, I get it. So I would just notice, so there's two ways you could do this with money mindset. Is if you start working on it and you're noticing that you're getting more bills, it's like, okay, what is my dominant feeling about money? Because you could be trying to change your thoughts all day long, but if you're feeling worry, fear, lack, scarcity, that is what you are attracting. So in those cases, if you're feeling a lot of resistance around like money or body, I really recommend just getting off the topic completely. Like go focus on something different that excites you, that lights you up, and don't even focus on it for a while and then see what kind of shifts for you. Because like I think I mentioned this on the first day, there's always like this river of abundance and everything trying to make our way to us. And we have all these limiting beliefs that block it. And you may be bringing more attention to your limiting beliefs when you're kind of really focused on your money mindset. But the thing that we don't really realize is like, you don't need to focus on money to manifest money. You just need to start feeling good in an area and then things will start to shift. So that can feel like a bit backwards and very trusting, but like if you can just start focusing on like what is good and what is working, then you'll see all sorts of different things shift. And when you feel a bit better about it, then you can work through your money mindset and really like supercharge your results. So I hope that makes sense. It's like, you want to make sure that your dominant feeling and vibration around money is one that feels good. If it doesn't feel good, work through it. See if you can kind of elevate it. But if you're still feeling a lot of resistance, then get off the topic. Excuse me. Twinkle said, how can I work through these thoughts? I feel like I'm not ready for the abundance and money I'm calling in. Oh, okay. Well, why aren't you ready? What is the reason that you're not ready? What do you need to do to be ready? And can you start doing those things now? And what is ready? How does it feel to be ready? So like that's a whole bunch of different journaling prompts I just gave you, but that let me know what you think about that. Patricia said, I can so relate to not feeling ready. Okay, yeah, okay. So this is interesting that you guys have that. So what do you need to do to feel ready? What does feeling ready feel like? And can you tap into that feeling in your body? Because being ready, you're never going to be 100% ready for anything, but being ready is just a state of mind. So what does feeling ready feel like? What are you worried about is going to happen? If you're not ready, is there something you need to do to take action on that? Then start doing it. That's your 2.0 task. Twinkle said, sometimes I feel like if I accept my current situation, then I won't get what I want. Yeah, we all have that belief, and that is so backwards. And it took me a while to realize that. So there's like a quote. It's like the most curious paradox of them all is that if we accept the things that we cannot change, then the things can finally change. So acceptance and surrender is a wonderful part of manifesting, even though it feels so backwards. But when we accept it, the whole thing about acceptance and surrender is that we're just letting go of the resistance. That's it. Like, when you actually finally surrender, you're letting go of all these like negative beliefs that you have around whatever it is you think, whatever it is that's stopping you. Does that make sense? I was reading the comments at the same time. I don't know if that sentence made sense. Patricia said, so it's all about feelings and we just choose a new thought to create new feelings. Yes, exactly. Like you can say, I'm a millionaire a manifestation teacher all day long. But if you say that and then you feel your immediate gut feelings like, no, I'm not, I'm a failure, blah, 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 whatever it is, you're manifesting the opposite of what you want. So to always check in with like, how does this feel in my body? And then choose a new thought or feeling. So if you're saying something that's bringing up a lot of resistance or negativity, something that I like to do is be like, okay, I choose to believe that I will be a millionaire manifestation teacher, or I'm on my way towards being that, or something that just feels better. Twinkle said, like, I need to work a lot, be different before I want, what I want. Wait, like I need to work a lot, be different. Okay, before you get what you want, is that what you mean? Okay, so that is just another limiting belief, Twinkle. It's like you have this belief that I will have to work a lot in order to receive what I want. That's not true. Is that true? No, I'm working less and less every year. I'm getting more of what I want. And like, if that is true, something that helped me think about that was like, the people that are working the hardest, like at a minimum wage job, are like struggling and pushing and forcing. The billionaires are not the ones that are working the hardest in this world. So just recognize that that's a limiting belief. That's an old belief that you have. You do not need to constantly hustle and grind to get what you want. The only reason that may have been true for you in the past is because that is your belief. Elisa said, for me, acting as if I am already there, like I already have the clients and the 10K a month, that those actions of preparing and making space are totally help me in getting ready. Totally. That's kind of what I want it to feel like. It's like, I realized this when I was like, okay, if I'm going to be a millionaire manifestation teacher, I need to get my money shit in order. Like I need to have a business account. I need to have an accountant. I need to have a bookkeeper. I need to have all these things. And then I will feel ready. Otherwise, I'm going to block it all day long without even realizing it, because deep down I'm like, oh my God, I can't handle this, you know? What else was I going to say? I think that was it. So for quantum leaping so far, if you were going to just stick to the basics of like your daily process, number one is do some sort of like high vibe activity that puts you into that state of feeling good, even if it's like 5 or 10 minutes. And then review daily your final destination and the 2.0 version of you. Just like make sure you should have that memorized to the T of like, where am I going? Who am I showing up as? And then consistently think, feel, act as a 2.0 version of you. Take some scary action steps that thrill and excite you. And then continuously bringing awareness to your feelings and thoughts throughout the day and coming back to 2.0. And again, you do not need to be high vibe and happy all the time, but it simply is just bringing that awareness up and working through it. And I've seen the best results from those 5 steps. That is what allows me to quantum leap. And then if you're feeling really stuck, practice some surrender. Sounds good? I kept it kind of short today. Look at me go. Okay, tomorrow's live stream is, I think it's at 10 a.m. I can't remember though. So for being here, comment in the group, tell us what's happening. What are you working on? Did you practice the surrender? Tell us about your collapsing time goal. Just tell us all the things. And if anyone is a human design projector, send me a message, because I made a projector group for Facebook group for projectors, human design. And I'm just really excited about human design right now. That was what came to me when I finally surrendered, was like, what I would do was, first thing was nap. Second thing was stop doing coaching calls, to my coaching clients. And then, because I just want to be like creative and help more people at once, but I do love my coaching calls too. And then the third thing was learn everything I can about projectors and human design and like create a projector project. So that's what I'm doing. Elisa said, attending a live breathwork session with Kathleen Sakina. Ooh, do we have to pay for that? Can I do that? Breathwork kind of scares me. Like last time I did it, it was very emotional and it brought up a lot. Thank you guys. Have the best day. And I will see you guys tomorrow, obviously.